Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to give tips on how to read motion in sparring. Now reading motion is to read your opponent. There's two different levels of speed or being fast. We have students ask us all the time, how do I be faster? Well, once you've reached a physical peak from your flexibility or your speed or your strength, your physical body is not going to be any quicker than that. Another factor is, do you have quick muscle twitch or not? The different body types have different reactions, but timing is the ultimate factor in speed. Timing. If you're going to be good at timing, then you need to be good at reading your opponent. So in the quick answer of it, what is it that we are to read? Well, number one, when you square off with your opponent, you're going to get the feeling, are they aggressive? Are they not aggressive? Are they shy? Do they lack confidence? You're going to get that feeling right off the bat when both of you start moving. What we're talking about is, how do I counterattack specific moves? Now, if you look at Mr. Rumsey from Straightforward, this is Mr. Sean Rumsey, everybody. He's from Rumsey Martial Arts, and he's going to be my helper today. In a sparring match, one of the things that he is going to try to be doing is hiding the fact that I'm going to be reading him. If you go back and watch his channel and or my channel, you're going to see how to read opponent. You're going to learn the difference of fakes and feints and how to hide telegraph motion. We've already put out these videos. Now, in the sparring stance that he's standing in, he's going to either like to kick with his front leg, his back leg, or his back leg can do a spinning or a turn like this. Also, he's either going to be punching left or right, either one. Now he's going to be doing combinations of these things, right? How a punch sets up a kick, how a kick sets up a kick, how a kick sets up a punch, and how a punch can set up a punch. All of these things are techniques, and you need to watch for it. If I'm in a long-range sparring match, one thing that I want to be careful of is getting hit with his kicks. So how is he moving on me? Is he walking forward? Is he being aggressive? Is he running at me? Is he just hopping forward? But let's talk about the actual techniques of it. If his front foot is across the center line like this, he can kick with both sides. He can lift up that leg and do a front leg side kick or a kick, any kind of a kick. More than likely, based on where his weight is shifting, it's going to tell me what kick he's going to throw. So in slow motion, if he's going to kick with his back leg, you're going to notice that he leans to the front leg. Well, that's a tall tale sign. If he's going to kick with his front leg, then he's going to end up leaning back slightly this way. Some people literally just lean their head back. Some are very good at this and can hide that telegraph motion by already staying in motion. This is where that pump slide side kick comes in. Yeah. But one of the telegraph motions is most people, when they kick, they start to lean back a little bit. If he's telegraphing certain hand techniques, a lot of people will telegraph this motion by winding up or giving it away. Either they'll pull this fist back or they'll pump that back fist a little bit before they throw a back fist, right? And then after one or two times, you can start seeing that there is a sequence in this, or they'll do this every single time. When somebody goes to set up a spinning kick, either they're going to step the front foot over, or they're going to hide that by throwing a jab first and then stepping over to throw the technique. They may throw a front leg kick and then step that foot off the line to throw the technique, but it's all still a dead giveaway. So if he and I are sparring straight ahead, and he throws a lead leg kick and steps across that line, I know it's a spin. If he throws that front leg and puts it over this direction, it has to be the backside. So it's either a punch or a turning kick of some kind. Now these are the telegraph motions. And the way that you're going to catch these telegraph motions is using peripheral vision. We hear a lot of times fighters say you're supposed to look them in the eyes. Well, that's true when you're both within punching range in here. But we're not. We're in the kicking zone range. So in the kicking zone range, I need to look right about the chest level of my opponent and use my peripheral vision so that I can catch any signs of a hint of a flick of the upper body. If it's a shoulder, if it's a movement, this is going to tell me what he's probably going to do based on the weight shifting off the front and the back leg. If there are some different stances that people would spar in, if he's in a middle stance or sitting stance sideways, this is more of a long range type of action, and most people will just continuously step up their back foot to kick you. Well, that's a giveaway. If every single time he moves his back foot, well, then I can move my front foot and just kind of stay away. Some people will throw the pump slide so the lead comes up and then they move forward. This one's a little bit harder to give away. So what people will do is they will go ahead and lean back a little bit first, which is already a giveaway that they're a lead leg fighter. How would I avoid that? I avoid it by making angles, right? Taking corners. Your instructor can help you with these things, but what we're talking about is how do I read the motion? Number one, again, use peripheral vision. You want to look about the middle of the chest. What you're watching for is any slight hint of a motion that will give away what side they're going to be kicking with. If Mr. Rumsey and I are here and he starts to make any flinch of a kick, then it's right there, right? And so if he's going to do a combination of techniques, he'll usually set that up. He started with a hand technique because he's trying to close the distance. You have to continue to work reading of motions, and we have drills in classes to go back and forth to learn how to read motion. It takes patience. Typically in class, when the instructor says, okay, everybody spar, it's who can hit who the most. You're not really going to work on that. So you have to work with your opponent and tell them exactly what it is that you're trying to work on today. Mr. Rumsey, today I'm trying to work on telegraph motion. Would you do me a favor and you throw techniques at me, and I'm going to see if I can tell what side you're going to throw.
Yes, sir.
Right? So, ready? She jump. Back leg. Back leg. Front leg. And this is a way that we can kind of go back and forth. Now, he'll do the same thing with me so that he can practice.
Front leg. Back leg. Back leg.
There we go. And then it can get even more precise with specific techniques. If he and I are here, and he's going to throw those techniques, lead leg side kick, turning round kick, axe kick. Oh, I might have got hit with that one. So we can actually call the technique, front kick, right before it happens, turning kick. So these are ways that you can speed it up to start building if you're reading the opponents. One thing that we find in class, the reason that most people become numb or dull to reading their opponents is in our Taekwondo classes, we try not to let our students just bash each other and get hurt. The fact that Mr. Rumsey and I are going to take care of each other in sparring lends to the fact that, hey, if he did hit me, it's not going to hurt. If he punched me in the ribs this time, it's not going to hurt that much, right? If he hook kicks me and gets me a little face shot, it's not that bad. If you believe that that's not that bad and you don't have to react to it, now you're training yourself to not react when it's going to be a heavy technique. It doesn't matter if you're training with a smaller person, a 7-year-old yellow belt or a 5th degree black belt, you need to react to it, no matter how hard or how soft the technique works. Even if he's across the room and he throws the lead leg side kick at me, I still want to react as if it's close enough. And this will build those reactions for me to be able to see his telegraph motions so that I can read my opponent. And if I can read my opponent, then I have an advantage over them. That means now that I'm not so much acting or reacting as it is to acting. And if you're acting, it's faster than a reaction because it's second. So all of the videos that we've helped with so far is to give you tips on how to control the ring. I hope that helps. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And check out Mr. Rumsey's channel and hit that notification bell so that you can see our other videos coming out.